Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray. This is Gray's Guitars. Thank you for watching. Still, still got a little bit of that cold. It's hanging in there, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I think my voice sounds a little better. So today we're going to be talking about the Eastman D'Ambrosio guitars. I'm hopefully saying that correctly. So when I think Eastman, I think high quality made in China guitars, and a lot of people don't kind of combined those two terminologies. Eastman is one of those rare companies that does. You know, that you can get pretty close to an R9 without paying R9 prices in terms of Gibson prices. And they have a bunch of other stuff too. What's interesting about this series of guitar is they are actually made in California. So it might be one of those things too, similar to Fender, where they can't put made in USA on them, but they can throw made in California on them. So these are also fairly expensive too, just for you getting into these things. So they kind of remind me of the Red Special, especially the one with the 3 pickups. Kind of reminds me of the Brian May Red Special. But we'll go ahead and take a look here. So our goal was simple: build a guitar too good to be true. Designing a new solid body electric is one of the biggest challenges in the guitar building, but Eastman has made it look easy yet again with the FullerTone. Eastman takes inspiration from its acclaimed D'Ambrosio range to produce an innovative lineup that looks like the stuff of dreams. So NAMM 2025, last year's NAMM, Eastman stole the show by unveiling the D'Ambrosio range, a collection of high-end instruments built from reclaimed tone woods that furthered the firm's vision of what the future of solid body electric guitars would look like. Now Eastman has returned to the spirit of a D'Ambrosio collection and launched their FullerTone range, a more accessible take on the absurdly desirable platform that brings all its key functionality and aesthetic features to the masses. It's a rarity these days to find a guitar so stunning that takes my breath away, but the D'Ambrosios did just that. Designing fresh guitars with new body shapes is one of the hardest things guitar builders have to face these days, but Eastman absolutely knocked it out of the park. Words could not adequately express my delight. The only problem was, though, that they were rather hard to come by, not to mention expensive, owing to the fact that they were built from rare scorched phoenix pine, salvaged swamp ash, and a list of other premium appointments. That's why I'm absolutely over the moon to see that Eastman has launched the FullerTone, which are, for all intents and purposes, spiritual siblings of the D'Ambrosios. We'll go ahead and just take a look at a few of the pictures here. Yeah, this very much so reminds me of like a Red Special. That one does. And that one too. 2-bolt neck. That I thought was very interesting when I looked at these things. I was like, a lot of people hated on Fender for doing 3 bolts, and these guys are doing 2. So makes me wonder what a lot of people think of these. As such, the FullerTones retain perhaps the biggest component that made them such a key example of futuristic guitars, the FullerTone neck joint. Giving this new series its name, the FullerTone joint is an unprecedented 2-bolt long tension neck joint, first pioneered for the guitars, which works to deliver more tone, sustain, and sustainability by offering 3 times greater neck-to-body contact. So my challenge for the design was simple. Otto D'Ambrosio, Eastman's master Luther, says of the FullerTone to create a modular bolt-on neck system that performed, looked, and felt better than what is commonly seen on the solid body market today. Elsewhere, 2 of the body shapes have been recalled here, double cutaways and single cuts, both of which add fresh options to the market, otherwise crowded with all too familiar clones of classic designs, paying homage to earlier Eastman designs. I mean, I wouldn't say they're original body shapes per se, maybe more of a mashup of things. Like this is clearly going after like a Telecaster style, but then it's kind of more rounded, like a Les Paul down at the bottom here. Kind of a mashup of the two, if you will. It's reminiscent, not to mention that the 3rd shape, offset, hasn't included in the initial FullerTone launch, but it wouldn't be too outlandish to assume it could be added to the line down the road. The bid to make the FullerTones that have been released more accessible, Eastman has honed in on its consistent spec sheet that offers less variety, but one that doesn't compromise on the quality or performance. Each guitar, regardless of its configuration, comes with roasted black limba body. Black limba, I believe, is just like Carina, to my knowledge. Roasted maple neck, 12-inch roasted maple fingerboards, and that FullerTone neck joint. They also compactly newly developed pickups designed in collaboration with Tone Rider, 2 separate stacked noiseless single coils, a soap bar humbucker with gold foil covers, been created for each configuration. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting neck joint on these things. So replacing the louder pickups with more exclusive models, the Tone Rider pubs look to cover every sonic territory imaginable and can be tweaked through a familiar control layout of selector switches, volume, and tone knobs. With these guitars, we have managed to break through various barriers without cutting any corners. Flex Eastman Director, fretted instruments, Pepin T. Hart. Again, everything is top notch. We always offer nothing but the best. This one is for everyone, we feel. Goal was simple: shoot for the stars, build a guitar too good to be true. Too good to put down, adds Eastman in a statement on his website. The FullerTone series takes our solid body electric evolution to a whole new level. FullerTone guitars will be available in Moss Black, Ice Blue Metallic, and Desert Sand. Official U.S. prices are yet to be confirmed. Okay, so the prices of these haven't actually been come out yet, but they're cheaper versions of what's currently offered on their website, which right here you go. We'll go ahead and just take a look here. So I guess there's your 3 body shapes here, kind of like a P90. Yeah. That's a staple pickup P90 combo of like your 54 Les Paul there. Kind of got a Stratocaster layout and then a Telecaster layout here too. And then, yeah, I mean, cool specs, cool guitars. Here's your neck joint. So here's your funky neck joint right here. So it's actually rounded, kind of has this extension, so it's kind of like a long neck tenon for those of you that are Gibson fans with that. And then you have your 2 bolts right here as well that go to it. And it looks like they have a nice metal plate too. That'll probably helps add to it. Eastman knows what they're doing, so it would not surprise me if there's no issues in terms of tuning stability with these things. Shouldn't be a problem. My Parker Fly actually had it was still 4 bolts, but it did have a similar neck construction when they had that Max Fly. That was bolt-on neck as well. In terms of the tremolos, I don't want one. I'm not a fan of tremolos anyway. I don't need one on the body of the guitar, so I'd probably fluctuate more towards the Telecaster style here. You got the single cut, the double cut, and then the offset is the three models it looks like they currently offer. In terms of what these go for on the used market, you get like $3,000 to $4,000. They're not cheap. So these will hopefully be maybe half that price. I'm not really sure what I think they go for $4,000 new, like, you know, $399, $99, whatever new. I'm assuming that's the brand new price. Then we got one here on Reverb for $3,500. Here's one on Reverb for $2,500. So my guess is they're probably going to be around, if they're going for, you know, a cheaper lineup this time, probably going to be around that $2,000 mark. Would make sense to me. But plenty of cool stuff coming out of NAMM 2025. I should really look into that NAMM 2025 and see. There's not a lot of people that are covering the whole shebang. You know, a lot of times you'll see a YouTuber go around with the camera or something, cover the whole thing. I unfortunately can't really afford to go to it unless there was some guitar thing more local to me. Maybe one day I'll pop in and go to a NAMM. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, until then, we'll just take a look at what pops up here. GuitarWorld.com, Guitar.com, you know, just other YouTubers in general, see what's going on in terms of new guitar news and throw out a video. And that's all we can really do. So until next time, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like, share, comment, all that fun stuff. And as always, have a good one.